than just a game. Invite your friends to who have never had a world of people who used to play, but it will be yours.
Yo, what up peeps, this is your boy Guru back with a new video, and look what has dropped into my garage. This is the very rare T95E2 Refer a Friend program reward tank. Now I've been busy for the last 20 days or so grinding out this tank on my alternate account, and in today's video I'm going to share with that journey with you, as well as show you the stats and what this tank can do. First of all, for those of you who didn't know, this tank had a recent buff. I think it was sometime in July 2016, and some people were even comparing it to the elusive Type 59. So I made it my mission to complete this task. I actually started grinding for this tank a long time ago. I think it was about 1.5 years ago. So let me first show you how you can earn this tank. This is how we do it. I'll take you to... You need to get into your World of Tank homepage and get to your account management, where you can see the invite friends thing here. Click the invite friends thing here, and you have two choices here. You can invite new players, or you can invite a player that hasn't been active for 60 days. In my case, what I did was I created a new account, completely brand new account, to grind out this tank. And I actually did this in 2015. On the 1st of March 2015, I created a new account, typed in, sent an email to my secondary email, opened up that email, clicked on the link and created a brand new account and started grinding from there. Alright, once you've done that invitation, created your second account, from your first account you can look at your progress right here. Recruits invited, it should say 1, and if you click on the details, your second account or your whoever you invited would show up here. They would also show up if you have them as, I don't know if you need to add them as a friend on your friends list, but once they are in your friends list, you will see a handshake sign there that signifies that you are that account is linked to your account. You get crazy bonuses when you play together in a platoon. Whoever it is you recruited, you get ×3 for every win on the first day, and ×2 XP for the entire week, and 1.5 times XP for up to 100,000 XP. So it is fantastic bonus if you are platooning with the account that you recruited. So keep that in mind when you start grinding. You can play immediately and start earning really quickly. The alternate account, the second account, can get up to tier 6 in 1 day. No problem at all. Alright, let's go to Tanks GG and have a look at the stats, and we'll compare it with the Type 59. Right off the bat you can see the DPM is a lot greater than the Type 59, 2000 DPM compared to the 1800 of the Type 59. Penetration values same, 181 millimeters. Damage just 10 short of the Type 59, 240. But the best part about it, rate of fire, 8.34 rounds per minute, reload time 7.19 seconds. This is a lot better than the Type 59 in terms of reload. It has a 90 caliber gun. Shell velocity, this is interesting. It is faster than the Type 59 in terms of AP. But let's compare it if it was firing APCR or heat in the T95E2. The heat is actually faster than the AP and a lot faster than the Type 59's APCR. Aim time, a lot quicker than Type 59, 2.21 seconds. Accuracy, this is dispersion, yeah, very good, better than the Type 59. Dispersion while moving, better than the Type 59. While traversing, while the turret is traversing, after firing, everything about gun handling is just better than the Type 59. Now in terms of mobility, the forward speed is the same as Type 59, slightly faster in reverse. It has a better power to weight ratio, which means it is a little bit more agile, I would say. But I think it's almost the same because it makes up in the terrain resistance, which is better favoring the Type 59. So in terms of mobility, I think the agility of the tank feels almost the same as a Type 59. Now the difference between these two is here, the armor. The armor on the hull, it's better frontally, slightly better frontally, but the Type 59 is definitely better on the sides and back. And the turret armor, much better in the Type 59, 200 on the front, 130 on the side and 60 on the back, whereas the T95E2 is a lot worse, 177 in the front, 76 on the side and 50 in the back. And also you must remember the Type 59 has preferential matchmaking, which means you only see maximum of tier 9. If I'm not mistaken, the T95E2 does not have preferential matchmaking. I don't know for sure because I've only played a handful of games in it, but I'm pretty sure it does not have a preferential matchmaking. So let's go and have a look at the armor profile of this tank. This is what it looks like, and this is the armor profile. Now it's going to show you the weak point is definitely always the lower plate, only 115 effective armor, and the beak, where the armor is, where this is, where the beak is, that's really bad armor. So if you shoot anywhere here near the beak, you are going to penetrate. As you can see, the effective armor is only about 171, which means a lot of tanks can go through it. But as you go higher up the armor and near the driver's hatch, now you can see the effective armor gets a little bit better. Now the driver's hatch, where the ports are, very good armor. You can't pen that. And on the turret, as you can see, the mantlet is OP. You cannot pen that. It's got 300-400 effective armor, and on the sides of it, you have some chances of penning around here, but it's really tiny, really tiny spot. See, a really tiny spot. The rest is all bounce. But you always have the ever faithful tumor, which is on top here. You will definitely pen this. Anything 78 millimeters and above, you are going to pen it unless you shoot it on the side of it. Maybe it's a little bit more difficult to pen. But if you hit it somewhere near the center, there's a lot of area here for you to shoot. A lot of area here. Anything here, you are going to pen. Alright, here's a clip from the first game in this tank in steps, and as you can see there, the track bounced off the armor. I was trying to track these two guys, but it didn't work out that way, but I managed to bounce both of them So I was quite happy with it. And later I managed to pixel snipe this T28 prototype, and boom, headshot. And later on, this is a pretty simple shot, anyone can do it. But the next shot was a little bit more special. This was a pixel shot and I managed to land it. Very satisfying there. This was the second game, and in Prokhorovka I managed to shoot in between the track and the train. And is that a T-34 or T-30? And I managed to tag him twice there. So anyway, I decided to run an experiment with a friend of mine, T95E2 versus a Type 59, and we're gonna go head to head with AP. And I think I'm gonna land the first shot here on the cupola. And that was a good shot, and I think I'm gonna bounce him a couple of times. He doesn't exactly know where to shoot my tank yet, I guess. I think he's figured out that shooting the top part of the upper plate isn't gonna really work out for him. And he tries shooting my turret and misses. Now this guy is a really good player, and he knows exactly where I'm aiming for and what he needs to do to try to defend his cupola. He's found my lower plate, I think. I try to go over and I keep going for his cupola, but he's trying to block there again, but I managed to get his cupola again. But I shoot below the lower plate there and missed that crucial shot, so that was gone. I think I could have played this a lot better. What I think I needed to do was actually just face hug him and use my DPM to brawl with him. I think that would have been a better way. Anyway, I lost that. That was the AP battle. This is the second battle, the heat battle. And I'm going to tell you this, I won this because I penetrate quite easily with heat. And I was a bit more aggressive play here. I still bounce his turret though. I was trying to go for his cupola, but I missed that. I bounce him, pen his upper plate, and I wouldn't have penned that with AP. And as you can see, I penned more than him, so I'm gonna win this one. The third one I managed to lose to him again in the AP battle, but again it was more of a misplay rather than anything else. Right, this is my secondary account, and this is the line that I chose, the British medium line. I took this line because I felt that I could probably have more enjoyment grinding up this line. It took me 1,224 games to get to the Centurion Action 10 when I managed to buy it. And the only way I did that was to play 873 skirmishes games in strongholds. I played the Type 64 Chinese light tank in strongholds, and that's where I earned the credits to keep buying the tanks without worrying too much about credits. I also turned on 1 month of premium when I got to the tier 8 Centurion 1, and from there it took me 20 days to complete the Centurion and the Centurion 7-1, and then I got the Centurion. As soon as you purchase the Centurion, the T95E2 is credited straight into your main account. However, your second account will not get the T95E2. Only the recruiter will get this exclusive tank. So I hope all this information was useful to you and helps you out if you're interested in getting this tank. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Das Vidania.